Hello, welcome back to Fan Geektastic. I've had several requests to show off my card collection. Now, this video is going to be the collection of cards that I have that are in unopened boxes. So, we'll go ahead and get started with the cards that I own that are in the A's at this moment. Alright, I do have one that doesn't, it could be put in with the T's, but because it's actually a number to start off with, and that is 21 Jump Street, and I just recently picked this one up. The box isn't in as good of condition as I thought it was, but it's nice to have added into my collection. And of course, you know, Johnny Depp. And it was 48 counts, and it came out in 1988. Next on the list, I'll just put these here. Next one is Alf. This is the first series. There's this one here, and there is a red box for series 2. And you can see I use different types of bags. This one I need to replace with a better bag. This is basically a freezer bag. I put it in there in between times where I didn't have a magazine size bag, comic book type bag to put them in. This is another one that most people don't think about collecting, and it's the super stickers. Now it says first series on it, but I haven't seen second series. It could be that it's just not showing up whenever I'm looking. And then we have next is the Aliens cards. Alien cards from 1979. And I have Aliens Cubed, or 3. And these have insert cards. And as you can see down here, if I get the reflection off of it, Dark Horse comic cards. And next is Anastasia. I picked up this box probably about four years after the movie came out, and I think I bought a case of 20 boxes. And it ended up being that I paid a whopping $3 a box for these. Now, I have sold all the other ones that came out of this set. I think I ended up selling them at a garage sale for like $4 or $5 a box. And had a lot of happy kids. Because as I said, it was still relatively new. They were still selling fairly well, I guess, at Walmart for the movies, the DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever was available at the time. Next on the list is Animaniacs Tattoos. Now, I haven't picked up a box of the cards yet. Finding one that's in a condition that I want it in at a price that doesn't make me want to spit my food out, drink, or whatever, is getting hard to do, because apparently people are very proud of them. And my final A is Austin Powers. And this is about the time when I think Panini started coming into the, not just the sticker, but they started pushing harder in the card market. Apparently this is made in Italy. So that's my A's. Let me go ahead and clear these up and I'll grab my B's. Alright, I got the A's cleared out of the way. And now on to the B's. Which, starting us off, is Babylon 5 Special Edition. Now, I never really did watch the show. But I had a gentleman at a toy show that I was trying to sell some extra cards at. He was trying to sell it, apparently for $49. And he wasn't having any interest, and apparently, according to him, it's the 5th show that he did, and no interest. So he asked me if I was interested. I said, how much do you want for it? And I think he said $5. And I said, I'll take it. No idea how much they're worth. That's not the point in why I'm collecting them. I like to collect things to preserve them for the future. Which brings us to Back to the Future. Now the box has got some damage. It's got the black stripe. It's got some color missing. And a big rip on the back from where they did the stripe, put the box down, and it hadn't dried. And yeah, I need to get a new box. The card's in there. All the gum still moves. They're in really good shape. The box just isn't in the best of shape. Next is Batman, the movie, from 1989. This is Series 1. And this is Series 2. And I think I have another version of this that doesn't have the stripe on it, the black mark. So I'm going to have to look through my extra boxes and see if I do have one that doesn't have the mark. You know, it's got damage here on the side from spending probably a couple of decades in a case, rubbing against each other as someone moves them around a lot. And you got the Batman Returns. This is the Topps version with the Stadium Club cards put in. I think there's one per pack, which is why it wasn't sealed. Originally shrink wrapped. And I have the OPC version. And it calls out special insert cards also. But they were factory sealed. This Batman Saga The Dark Knight cards. This one I recently picked up from a lot on eBay. Yeah, it ended up costing me about $26 for this box. And it's 22,000 out of 266,000. So it's a pretty low number. And of course, with the recent movie coming out, you have Bill and Ted's Mostly Typical Movie Cards. Yeah, the only time I ever got a instant win card out of one of these that actually won was about 4 years after the contest expired. Next box, the Black Hole. And this box is actually in pretty good shape. It's from 1979. The packs in here the gums, the gum still moves. I've checked, made sure that they weren't resealed. Everything about that box was great. I mean, the box itself could have been in slightly better condition, but it's hard to find them in better condition at this point. Bob Marley collector trading cards. I keep getting calls from the local smoke shops to get more for them. They seem to go through them fairly well. Got one shop that doesn't. For some reason, no one at that one shop wants them, but the other shops have, some of them gone through 6 different boxes in like 3 months. So they like them. Bone. I have a bunch of the Comic Images cards. They have some interesting sets. Some sets that aren't worth much. Some sets that are worth a heck of a lot. Next one is Buck Rogers. Actually, this is the last of the bees. And these are from 1979 also. Now the discoloration back here is from sitting in the case for too long. Whenever I bought this box, it had been sitting in a case for 25 years, I do believe. It might have been a little bit longer than that. I tried to buy the case from him, unopened, but he already had, I think, 5 or 6 people that were wanting boxes out of it. So he said he couldn't do that. Alright, now we're going to move on to the C's. Now, I am going to do something that I kind of debated on, and I'm going to do the Chaos Comics cards, which include Lady Death and Evil Ernie, with the Chaos. So that starts off with a box of Chaos Comics Lady Death Mega cards. This is another one that I picked up from a toy show. And whenever he brought this to me, I had never seen this box before. Had no clue if it was worth money or not. But it was in good condition. And he wanted like $25 for it. And I knew from the other cards that $25 was probably a good price. So I took him up on it. Come to find out, whenever I purchased this, that it was worth $150. But I didn't know that at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have offered him a little bit more. Next is Cast of Chaos. And to this day, I haven't even looked this one up. This one I've had since the early 2000s, I believe. Yeah, these are from 1997. I think I picked them up in like 2003. These I've had since they were brand new. There's very few sets of cards that I still have from whenever I originally purchased the box. A lot of them had gotten messed up. Some of them had gotten sold. A few of them got stole. Lady Death. Series 2 Chromium. These are the ones with the stickers in it, I believe. Yeah, Chromium stickers in every pack. 9 different randomly inserted special cards. Charlie's Angels, Series 4, I do believe. Yeah, Purple's 4, 1977. The box is actually in not too bad a condition. It does have a rip here. This arm from for folding it up is disconnected. So at some point, I'll probably end up getting another box of these and replacing that one. You got Comic Ball Series 1. This one I picked up in the lot with the Batman cards, I believe. And this came with a different lot that I purchased. It was actually cheaper than the lot that the Comic Ball and the Batman came in, because these were bought all individually and then they combined shipping. And it ended up being pretty cheap per box. And then, of course, if I'm doing the C's, I got to put in the Crow, City of Angels. For those of you who've seen the box opening that I did about a month ago. And that is it for the C's. Alright, we're moving on to the D's. And that starts us off with Dallas, the TV series. These are made by Donruss. Most of the cards end up being from Topps for the older card sets. But some of these newer ones they'll be made by all kinds of different companies, like Darkchild here is made by Chrome Productions. And the shrink wrap that they used on here is very cheap shrink wrap. This is I used to work for Blockbuster back in the early 90s, and the cheapest shrink wrap that was available on the market is what they used to rewrap the movies that they put out for sale after being rented. And it's probably 3 times better than the wrapping that they used on this. It is horrible. Alright, next one is the Dark Crystal. Another Donruss. Go with the D. Of course, if you're watching this, you probably already know how to spot a Donruss box. Next is Topps Desert Storm. I remember when Desert Storm happened, there was a Topps baseball card set that they produced that was specifically for the troops. And the ones with the logo on it were worth a lot more than the ones without the little gold logo on it. Now, I am missing some of these sets because we got the 3rd series, we got the Victory series. I don't have 1 and 2, I believe it is. And there might even be another Victory series. But those are ones that I come across in other lots, or so cheap that it's like, why not? They're not ones that I'm actively looking for. This is another one that I wasn't actively looking for, but I had someone come up to me with a case of these things and offered a case of 24 boxes, I think it was, for $15. I said, sure, I'll take it for that. And all of them were kind of smushed. They've been in that case for, well, since they were packaged. And they were moved around a lot, apparently, or they either that or they had something really heavy sitting on top of them for a while. Now, the cards inside of it are perfectly fine. The boxes themselves are what's the problem. All right. If you watched the video I did on grading cards, you would have seen me open a pack of Donkey Kong trading cards. Now, the box itself has some wear, but all the packs inside are in good condition. The gum's not all broken up. It's Gum's not stuck to the cards, so it's a nice box to have. And last of the D's is Dune. And these are Flair, so these are, I don't think we've come across a Flair yet. As you can see, I was using whatever I could wrap it up with at that particular point in time, which means that at some point all these with this are going to be rewrapped. So we're going to go ahead and stop here. As I was working on this video, I realized that I had forgotten a box of cards that are in the A's. And the reason why I forgot it is because I store these in a completely different area. And that is my box of A-Team rack packs. Now the only thing wrong with this box is this corner here. It's got some wear. It's a little smushed over here because, as you can see, there is no support on this side of the box. So I picked up this box, probably somewhere around 97, 98, somewhere around there. I'm pretty sure I paid about $30, $35 for this box. So I've been holding on to this thing for a while. It's usually sitting inside of a box with the other rack pack boxes I have, which I'll show you those later if you want me to continue with this series of showing off my boxes. So there is the A-Team rack pack box. Thank you for joining me today as we look through my unopened trading card boxes. Remember, if you found any of the information in here even remotely entertaining, why don't you give us a like and a subscribe. That way you can keep up with any of the new videos I put out. I still have, E through Z of cards that I haven't even come close to putting out here. I have about 150 boxes of cards, give or take a few. So yeah, I have plenty to show you. If you're interested, I will continue doing this. If no one's interested, then I don't want to waste your time. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more of the boxes. Also, let me know if you want any specific information on any boxes you've seen in this video. For everything you're a fan of, everything you geek out about, this is Fan Geektastic, and we're here for you.